Joseph Mulhearn's body was found dumped on the border. He'd been shot by the IRA, who alleged he was an informer. For a long period during the Troubles, the Army's most high-ranking agent, known as StakeKnife, was running the IRA's internal security unit. He's been named in the media as Freddie Scappaticci, seen here on the right. The West Belfast man denies being an agent. StakeKnife is now being investigated in connection with the murder of up to 50 people. It's an inquiry Joseph Mulhearn's father, Frank, supports.
The IRA have pulled the trigger, but the state authorities could have prevented it, because they would have known about it a number of weeks before he was taken away. Why did they not act? Why is StakeKnife not in jail now, pending a court trial?
One of the problems when it comes to dealing with the past is that not all victims want the same thing. Some are seeking truth, justice, reconciliation, and some don't want anything at all. And to make matters even more difficult, there can be differences even within families. Another pallbearer at Joseph Mulhearn's funeral was his younger brother Fran, then aged 18. Now living in the north of England, he feels the inquiry is focusing on the wrong people.
Everybody's talking about Scappaticci, but ultimately, what about the people who actually pulled the triggers? They're, right now it just seems that they're sort of, they're getting a free pass.
He also believes an inquiry into the activities of StakeKnife is selective and that other victims of violence are being ignored.
Either you provide something for all of the victims and you deal with all of the victims, or you deal with none of them. You can't cherry pick. Picking and choosing just creates resentment, and it doesn't allow the province to move on.
The family is also split over the cost. One estimate of the bill is £5 million a year for 5 years.
I think that sum has been mentioned, probably by the state authorities here, to try to make up excuses as to why they shouldn't have an investigation.
That's money that could be better spent on teachers or nurses, or sort of just doing something to help move on.
The PSNI has said its preferred option is to employ detectives from outside Northern Ireland to conduct the inquiry. Kevin McGee, BBC Newsline.